Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts today. I won't keep you long because I did a video today, Deer's Acres, for 2 minutes and 8 seconds. People don't have an attention span. But see that bear behind me sitting on a barrel? That was atop the Mama Bear's Country Inn, which was located on the west side. I'm pointing that way because it was like, I don't know, a mile or something from my house if you go down the back way. So that's a little souvenir from Judy. If you remember, she had her sister had us all come in, and whoever wanted to, and take whatever we wanted. Oh, also I got this. Yeah, you lift the lid and they come up. Actually, this was an emergency because my other one that looks like an old-fashioned, like Victorian style little clip came off. So I ordered another one of those because I do prefer the flat, because it goes in my back pocket and stuff when I'm at Deer's Acres or in other places. Okay, I'm kind of a mess. I'm sort of dry, like my hair's wet from sweating. I wanted to tell you the survey results or whatever and why I asked the thing. And I remember I asked about pulling the tables together. And I've kind of changed my view on it thanks to a lot of your answers. It depends, though. I think there's some nuance to it, which I wasn't really factoring in before when I asked the question, because first of all, here's my thing, and I still feel this way. Like, if you have a party of 10 or even more, like bigger than that, when you pull the tables together and it's this long thing, you really can't visit with everyone anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're kind of grouped off into little areas. So I figured, why are people like on a rib about, about pulling the table together when really you can't visit with everybody anyway? So I just thought it's kind of nutty to do. And then a lot of people said, I wish I had my computer here because I could go through and read them to you. You can go look. Like, it depends on the venue, like if it's set up for that or whatever. Which brings me to really what I'm getting at. Is if you go back in my videos, I don't know, it'll say Tony's Diner or something like that. You can look at the video of the diner. It's like maybe 2 minutes long, maybe 1 minute. Not long at all. I know how people's attention spans are these days, yet they can sit glued to a TV show for a whole series or whatever. Okay, moving on. You'll see how big it is or whatever. And what some people like to do is they go to one of the booths, and then there's other tables that are made, there are 4 tops, but there are two tops that are put together anyway to make the 4 top. And they take one of those, and it does disrupt the flow. So I noticed a lot of the answers had to do with, I don't think anyone said disrupting the flow, but they might have. But that's the problem. Like in a diner, like, where, Tony's Diner, it's not really, there's no good place to do it. And people, like I've said to people before, like, I had a party of 5, and they were like all crammed into this one booth, and I'm like, you can sit across from each other. There's another booth like across and back a little bit. And that's what they generally do. They didn't know they were allowed to, taking up 2 tables or whatever. And it's okay, it's fine. And then we have that round table in the front that seats up to 8. It's normally set up for 7. But certain places aren't really set up for it. But I do understand why you do it, ladies and gentlemen. But, and especially maybe because I was saying something about parties of 8. I think that's where we were going with the first one. But for a giant banquet or something, I just think it's silly when they absolutely have to have these tables shoved together for, a ton of people, because you really can't visit anyway. You could just sit at different ones or like in a row or across from each other or whatever. So thank you for taking part in this most pressing issue of the day. I mean, this is something I'm sure that kept you up at night. And that's all I'm saying. I'll tell you more. I went back to Deer's Acres, and Stanley was really cute because he didn't trust me when I came back tonight. Like normally he meets me at the gate. Well, he still did meet me at the gate, but he was very leery about my putting the halter on. He just kind of turned and walked off and stuff. And then I brought in some buckets, and then I would go up to him and he'd kind of turn and walk away. Because last time, hours ago, I always halter him. He's really good about it. And is really getting trusting, as I mentioned. But last time, some strange woman who he didn't know at all shoved her hands in his mouth and felt around in there. So mules take a long time to warm up. I mean, Stanley's just really, as I said earlier, has become like joined up with me, as they say in the horse world anyway. I don't know what they call it in the mule world. Has become a trusting partner in long ear ability. So long ear ability. Anyhow, yeah, so I did manage to get the halter on. And he was good. He didn't like freak out or try to run or anything. He just was like, okay. And knew that everything was going to be fine. We went about our routine. And I took he out, down and around, walked him around the round pen. They were a little bit nervous in the round pen. Not nervous, just cautious because the grass is kind of tall, and they don't like tall grass, you know, because they're prey animals. And it's not like up to their, well, for he and haw, it is kind of tall. Yeah, they just kind of want to be sure. But he was good. I walked him around, and then I did the same thing with Stanley. And Stanley's just plodding along, his ears flopping, and did a really nice job. So that's it. Over and out. Thanks for taking part in the survey. And now I've gone 5 minutes and almost 30 seconds. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you. Thoughts of the day. Please drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. Bye.